For the first time in years, I prepared and recorded my podcast with my entire family at home. None of my kids is at a sports practice, a friend's house, taking a quick trip to the mall, and for the unforeseeable future, they will not be attending school. Hi everyone, I'm Cheryl Butler, and you're listening to the Mighty Mommy's Quick and Dirty Tips podcast, which will help make your life as a parent a little bit easier and a lot more fun. Welcome. Today's episode is number 572, Creative Ways to Keep Your Kids Learning when School is Closed, because our entire nation is currently experiencing the effects of the coronavirus pandemic, also known as COVID-19. And that means life as we knew it, shopping, socializing, working, and learning has just come to a screeching halt. Social distancing is challenging for families. So today, we'll check out some fun and educational ways to enlighten your kids from the comfort and safety of home. The coronavirus pandemic is affecting millions of lives across the country and around the globe. We all face new challenges today that we couldn't have imagined a month ago. For parents, managing children who are suddenly not in school is one of them. In addition to school closings, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, strongly recommends we practice social distancing. By now, your family is practicing this protocol, described as staying away from mass gatherings and keeping a distance of 6 feet or 2 meters away from other people. It's what we need to do, at least for now. Though this health crisis is trying for families, now is the time to be creative instead of defeated. Here's advice for managing your child's world of virtual learning and some creative ideas for ways to entertain your kids when socializing isn't in the cards. Today, I'll be sharing a lot of links for some wonderful resources that you'll want to check out that are available on my page. I invite you to bookmark this episode so that you can refer to the links and resources often. And don't forget, share it with your friends who are also navigating this new territory of virtual learning. Hey, we're all in this together. I'll be sure to reference these for you throughout the podcast so that you can visit quickanddirtytips.com/mighty-mommy and click on the episode, which is number 572, titled Creative Ways to Keep Your Kids Learning When School is Closed. So the first thing we want to do is we want to set up for virtual learning success. In today's digital world, students are privy to a classroom alternative, online learning. A virtual learning environment, also known as VLE, is a system for delivering learning materials to students via the web. In a remote learning situation, students and instructors, or instructive materials, are separated by time and distance rather than meeting in a traditional classroom setting. Because we have the technology to transfer that information by the way of things like email, discussion boards, video conferences, and audio bridges, a student's physical presence in class isn't required. Virtual learning offers a variety of opportunities for homebound kids to continue with their studies. But distractions at home can make distance learning more challenging for kids and their parents. A few simple strategies can help you set your child up for success. 1. Keep to a routine. Your student's virtual classroom experience will differ drastically from a typical school setting. Optimize his new learning schedule by creating a routine. Wake up close to your usual school morning. Get dressed, eat breakfast, and get him moving on studying. Factor in reasonable breaks, decide when virtual class time will end each day, and review daily progress. A routine will help you get much better results than if you're flying by the seat of your pants. And also create a learning space. Most kids will achieve their best work in a quiet, comfortable space devoted to learning. Ideally, this will be a different setup than where they normally play games or watch television. If you already have a dedicated homework space, designate this as your virtual classroom area. And plan your week. Develop a written schedule not only for the day, but for the whole week. Help your kids prioritize and learn to create goals and deadlines. Check in with them regularly to help them stay on task. And don't forget to visit your child's online school connection to check his progress and make sure he's on pace. If you'd like additional help putting together a schedule, visit the written content of today's show at www.quickanddirtytips.com/mighty-mommy and click on episode number 572, and you'll find a link for an awesome visual schedule, which is great for younger kids, and it was designed by a homeschooling mom. You're also going to want to schedule in some recess time. Learning in front of a screen for long periods gets tiring, not to mention boring. Make sure that your children get time for physical activity. Set alarms, just like recess bells at school, and encourage them to get up, get some fresh air, and have healthy snacks. Regular breaks will keep them fresh and alert. And as a bonus, if you have family pets, they're going to get lots more attention during this virtual stretch. Right now, you can take advantage of so many free online resources. We're living with new challenges every day during the coronavirus pandemic. But thank goodness for the wealth of amazing educational resources online. Here's a sampling of the exciting and free virtual enrichment opportunities at your fingertips. Scholastic has launched a learn-at-home website with daily courses for students from pre-K to grade 6 and higher. And then there are a lot of virtual field trips that are a great way to break up your day, like the Boston Children's Museum is a blast. Explore national parks such as the Grand Canyon National Park or the breathtaking Redwood National and State Park. KidsActivities.com has a comprehensive list of education companies offering free subscriptions and direct links to the individual websites. AmazingEducationalResources.com is chock full of incredible online classes and recreational activities for kids of all ages. My family recently enjoyed Bonsai.com, which is BANZAI.com, which exposes kids to real-life adult financial dilemmas, from taming a budget and paying auto insurance to navigating taxes. And of course, there's YouTube. YouTube offers hundreds of cool learning videos, such as one of how a seedling grows into a plant. Again, I encourage you to head on over to quickanddirtytips.com/mighty-mommy and look for this episode, number 572, titled Creative Ways to Keep Your Kids Learning When School's Closed. And you can see this really neat YouTube video, which is mesmerizing, and you'll find all the links to the resources that I just listed. I also have some more fun, hopeful, and educational activities for your family. How about setting some family goals? When a new year marks the calendar, many of us go to task setting resolutions and goals. We have good intentions, but as the months go along, we get lost in the daily grind, and those goals are pretty much short-lived. Now is a good time to get back on track and figure out some inspired goals and milestones that your family would like to see come to fruition this year. Will you plan a dream staycation? Renovate and reorganize your home? Take up a new family sport that you can play in the backyard? Welcome a new pet? There are so many things to do, so sit down and get excited about it. And here's a quick tip for you. Right now, many animal shelters and rescue groups are looking for help fostering animals during the coronavirus outbreak. So now could be a good time to foster and see if pet adoption is the right fit for your family. Just take these hours at home and seek out what makes your family's heart sing. Another idea, prepare for future random acts of kindness. When times are tough, one of the best ways to rise above and gather strength is to find ways to help others. In my recent episode, Perfect Families Don't Exist, How to Be Good Enough, I shared a noteworthy column that I read about teaching kids the 3 important C's: caring, compassion, and creativity. Practicing random acts of kindness is a definite way to teach caring, particularly when our own world seems dark and gloomy. A project such as positive index cards can make all the difference. We may be in temporary confinement, but when we're able to reconnect with classmates and members in our community once again, this inspirational project from a high school student is definitely worth looking into. Imagine the ripple effect a venture such as leaving positive notes of encouragement throughout school or the community could have. You can click directly to the project on my page, and the episode is 572. I think you and your kids will be totally inspired when you watch this student change so many lives with her random acts of positivity. You can also sit down with your gang and create a list of things to do post-social distancing. One of my family's favorite things to do is to plan our summer to-do list. We each list 3 to 5 experiences that we'd like to have or accomplishments we hope to achieve. Take advantage of this precious, unscheduled time to plan a fun-filled list of items that you'd all like to complete once you're out and about again. Brainstorm together. Camping, welcoming a new puppy or a kitten or a rescue dog, raising bees, learning to eat with chopsticks perhaps. Spend an entire day sharing splendid ideas and then create a vision board so you'll have a tangible reminder of your new list. And I do have a link on this page, episode number 572, that will lead you to a video on how to create a vision board. They're so much fun, and it's a great opportunity for you to do that right now while you're spending a lot more quality time together. How about researching your family tree? One way to bond and spend time as a family is to dig deep and find your roots. There are many kits and websites available to help get you started. My family and I dove into our genealogy last year, and the first resource that we tapped into was Access Genealogy, a free collection of helpful websites and databases. For more information on how to uncover your family's history, check out these terrific resources on 10 ways to research your family tree for free. While school's out, let your kids take the lead on this exciting discovery. You can also bring on a cool DIY. Tapping into your creative side is a great way to spend unscheduled time together. Concocting a piece of art, brightening up a space, or changing the entire look of a room can make long days at home have so much more meaning. A really neat way to transform a ho-hum wall is to paint it with chalkboard paint. You can easily do this on the backside of a door as well. Think of all the fun messages and tic-tac-toe games that await. I've posted the how-to video on my page. You're going to see it's so easy and so much fun. Another idea to add personality and impact to your home is to make a unique art gallery using copies of your favorite family photos. One of my favorite DIY mediums is Mod Podge. This medium allows you to adhere copies of photos to anything from mirrors to walls. You can create an entirely new vibe in a bedroom hallway or a family room accent wall by decoupaging copies of photographs using Mod Podge. Purchase the Mod Podge, several sponges, and a can of polyurethane to use as a finish coat. Have your family pick out their favorite photos. Make copies of the photos and decide where you'll place them. Dip your sponge brush in the Mod Podge and then slick it across a small section of the wall or another surface of your choice. Then right away, press the photo into that Mod Podge and then slick more Mod Podge on top of that photo. You keep repeating this until you've placed all your photos. Then just allow it to dry. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes. And then 24 hours later, you can spray a thin coat of polyurethane to seal them in place. And just another important note, avoid stores when practicing social distancing is encouraged. Many of your favorite retailers have ways to order craft supplies online. Here's another idea. You can find a pen pal. In our digital world, handwritten notes and letters are a lost art. If your child has an international pen pal, however, that doesn't have to be the case. A pen pal can help your child discover other cultures, as well as hone his or her writing and reading skills, because the communication exchanged is via written content. It's also fun for them to receive personal snail mail. Once again, I'd love it if you can visit my page, and you'll find some websites that I've listed that you can use to find online pen pals. Students of the World, Pen Pal World, International Pen Friends, and Military Pen Pal are some great sites that you can check out to do this. How about enjoying some online board games with your family? Being forced to stay home is the perfect opportunity to break out your family's favorite board games. If you're looking for something to freshen up your selection, you can check out some awesome free online board games. A note of importance, some online board games do allow for interaction with other players, so monitor your children's activity appropriately to keep them safe. And finally, some good old-fashioned pencil and paper games. Get back to basics with pencil and paper by engaging your child in some classic games and doodling activities, like Dots and Boxes and Battleship, with these fun pencil and paper games that I also have listed on my page. What's your family doing to adjust to these COVID-19 guidelines? Join the conversation and share your thoughts in the comments section at quickanddirtytips.com/mighty-mommy. The Mighty Mommy Facebook page is also another place you can interact with me, or Twitter. You can also email me at mommy@quickanddirtytips.com. Listen and subscribe on Apple, Spotify, Google, Stitcher, or wherever you get your podcasts. As always, thanks so much for listening this week. Please be well, stay safe, and enjoy this extra time with your kids, because this will be a time in your lives that you'll look back on many, many times in the years to come. Until next time, everyone, happy parenting.